Chapter 3 Sense Organs. Ponder a while. Can you identify animals and people surrounding you merely by touching and smelling? Can you tell if anything is cold or hot, dry or wet, rough or smooth, or soft or hard by touching? Are there certain things which are not allowed to touch? Are you able to differentiate between bad touch and good touch? Sense organs. All of us have five sense organs: ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. These sense organs help us to recognize the things around us. The sense organs contain thousands of tiny nerves. These nerves pick up signals from the outside world and carry them to the brain. The brain processes the signals and sends a message back to the sense organs. This process takes just a few microseconds. Sense of touch. Touch is one of the five senses. The skin covers the body and allows us to have the sense of touch. There are various nerves under the skin which help us to feel the sensation of heat, cold, pressure, and pain. The skin also helps us to know whether an object is hard or soft, smooth or rough, and wet or dry just by touching it. Now let's see how we feel the object just by touching it. Touching an object. Nerves under the skin get pressed. Nerves carry the message to the brain. The brain tells us what object we are touching. We should keep in mind that there are certain things that we should never touch. Some of these things are sharp knives, hot iron or utensils, electric sockets, plants with thorns, etc. Did you know? Skin is made up of three layers: epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous. Let's do it. Collect some animal models. Put them in a basket. Now blindfold yourself and stand near the basket. Take a toy out one by one and guess the animal by feeling the toy. Good touch and bad touch. How do we differentiate between good touch and bad touch? How do you feel when someone slaps you in anger or pushes you hard? You feel very uneasy and uncomfortable. Such kind of touches which make you feel uneasy, uncomfortable, and unsafe are called bad touches. Whenever you meet such situations, always inform your teachers or parents. You should always keep yourself away from such persons whose touch makes you feel uncomfortable or uneasy. On the other hand, when your parents or your loved ones hug you, kiss you, or touch your cheeks, you find these touches good. This is so because their touch gives you the feeling of warmth and love. Such kind of touches are called good touches. Just a touch of a person can tell about his or her feelings towards you. Sense of smell. We smell different things through our nose. When you smell something good like tasty food, your mouth gets filled with saliva and you start feeling hungry. It shows that the ability to smell and taste go together. Flowers, tasty foods, perfumes, etc. smell good. The smell of rotting garbage, unclean places, toilets, etc. are foul. Now let's see how we smell an object. Nerves present in the nose pick up the smell of air we breathe. These nerves immediately send a signal to the brain. Brain reads the signal and tells us if the smell is good or bad. Did you know? The holes of nose are called nostrils. Differently abled people. People who cannot see, hear or speak are called special people. If one of their senses is damaged, other senses become strong to make up for it. This is the reason why they call them differently abled people. Let's see how differently abled people manage themselves. Raman is blind by birth. Despite of being blind, he is able to read books. He uses his fingers to read the Braille script. Raman works on computer and can also cross the street with the help of a cane. Raju is deaf. He cannot hear. On the other hand, his friend Manish is mute. He cannot speak. Both Raju and Manish have an ability to communicate through sign language. Sign language is the language which is used to communicate through signs or body movements. Differently abled people lead a tougher life than normal people. Thus, we must be sensitive to their needs and feelings. We should understand the problems of differently abled people by putting ourselves in their situations and help them wherever and whenever possible. Did you know some people without legs have made us proud in many fields? Such people have won more medals for India in Paralympics than all other normal people. Fact trivia: Marla Runyan, the American prolific runner, is the first competitor of Olympics as a blind. She was one of the women representing the United States in the 1500-meter track event at the 2000 Olympics. Vocabulary cards. Special people, people who cannot see, hear, or speak. Blind, one who cannot see. Deaf, one who cannot hear. Sign language, language used to communicate through sign or body movement.